little scuffed. This because I'm helping watch the dogs.
Understood. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff that could happen. Anyways, that's not to worry about. Okay, let me know when you're good, Evie.
All right, I'm good.
I think everyone's doing push to talk, which is fine because I'll just monologue.
Okay. Me monologuing.
Oh my god, you've got me monologuing.
Let me try resetting my internet real quick.
Okay, let me know when you're good, Blank.
Do you have energy drinks in your magic world? Do they have coffee?
I'm sure there is always the opportunity for something similar to it. I will say that.
I will need to leave the session at some point. It's probably not going to be like for another hour.
Another what? Another hour?
Or an hour, somewhere in there.
Oh no, somewhere within an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then let me know when everyone's good, and I will. I don't have combat planned, so unless you guys fuck up.
And you know we will.
And I know you will, so. Keep hearing. Do I keep exiting and re-entering the call, or?
I just left for a second.
Oh, okay. Is everything good on your end, Blank?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on my phone.
Okay. And then, Evie, are you ready? Okay. Then if everyone's ready, okay. So last session, you all found yourselves just finishing up dealing with some of the affairs in Draconis Ignel, where the Professor Morgana was attacked at the Gyaxan Northwind School of the Arcane. God damn it. Specifically in her chambers at the Paper Spire, the library of the prestigious academy, by two false guards. Having gone over to the Church of St. Taurus, the primary church of the god Arathis within the city, Morgana was tended to. In the meantime, River OL, the Archmage of the Draconis Ignel Royal Court, was able to clarify some possible range of options as to what the attack was caused by, of which he will be investigating, of course. Additionally, you all heard about some various other concerns going on within the city while investigating a magic shop. Specifically, you heard that Cardinal Asolin has fallen ill and has been replaced by Bishop Pridgham as the lead representative of the Church of St. Taurus. In addition, you heard that a town crier from the Leviathos Federation talk about how Orecrest radicals have ravaged major ore trades of platinum and are therefore being challenged by the royal court of the Leviathos Federation, known as the God's Chair, or Gotstol, and is possibly going to march into Orecrest territory if they are not able to essentially deal with the problems coming from these platinum trades, as well as they're embargoing livestock, since they own 2/3 of the land in the continent. With that in mind, you all went to sleep after asking Alex a few questions to kind of sort things out, as well as see if he wants to get dorked down with Marin.
What? Excuse me?
Upon which, Marin didn't sleep, but was able to complete the spells that you guys had paid for studying them. As you guys are doing that, to keep this in mind, you guys wake up in the morning inside of the tavern with just kind of a slight yawn. Anything in particular you guys would like to do at the start of your day?
We're going to the library, aren't we?
You only know of one library in the city, which is the one at the school, the Paper Spire.
Didn't we think we
Yeah,
could
we
get in?
need. Yeah, we can, because we need a teacher's permission, and Marin had a teacher.
Yeah, so Marin is nowhere to be found in the main tavern area.
How many short rests can you take, by the way, actually? Can you only take one, or can you do... Okay.
I would say that based on what I do.
So Marin is still upstairs in her and Alex's room. Oh.
Alex does come downstairs before Marin. And kind of goes, she didn't sleep.
What do
Did
you
you
mean
sleep?
she didn't sleep?
I slept just fine. I told her to go to sleep, but she kept reading the spell scrolls. She finished completing them, however.
So she has invisibility?
She has invisibility, and she also has sending. However, she also looks exhausted.
She lost it? Wait, what?
Exhausted.
Oh, exhausted.
I think it would be... I mean, I feel as though we should probably... Is there anything else we want to look around for before we leave for the library? Because she looks like she might fall asleep any second.
Right
Or-
when
How about we let Marin go back?
he says that, Marin comes running down the stairs with a piece of parchment stuck to her forehead, and she's like, "Oh, hi guys, good morning," and I kind of sit down a little aggressively with you guys at your table.
So you look tired.
Perfectly fine. Anyways, hope you all slept well. So what are we doing today?
Weren't you the one who suggested that we speak to Professor Inkstead?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Well, since you were the one who knows the sending spell and know the professor, would you like to go contact him?
Yes. Slight
Voldemort.
problem.
Yes? What's the problem?
I don't have the spell prepared.
Oh, yes, you just learned it. Understood.
But I'm sure we can find him.
Would you like me to send a sending spell to him?
Sure.
What would you like me to say, Marin, to make sure that he knows who is talking to him?
She thinks for a second. And I hold up my fingers to count on them because I know it's only 25 words. Professor Inkstead, it's Marin. May I and my friends come see you in the Paper Spire?
Okay. Professor Inkstead, this is Marin. Could my friends and I come to research at the Paper Spire? You watch as Alex kind of sits there and goes, well, he's nice. He said we could come along in just a bit. He's on his lunch break and would like to see us before inside, as we can't get up to the certain district without his assistance. So we have about 2 hours. Is there anything in particular we want to do?
So, Blake, what are you asking right now?
I'm wondering if we should get you to learn a little bit more about how to act around here. And maybe ask around about other Dragonborns who have left.
Dragonborn who have left?
Wait, sorry?
Who have left?
Who have left to go do other things than besides stay in town.
Okay.
Like major people, not like regular citizens.
Okay. I mean, I would not know how to do that. I don't live here. How would you suppose we do that, Blank?
I would say let's contact Morgana and ask her whether she can teach you how to act around.
She
Higher class?
requested that we contact her once River lets us know that she's okay.
I think I know how to act around higher class people.
I'm not going. Yes, Vorbor, you are quite established, as I've seen you at dinner. Flashback to Vorbor, like tearing apart a piece of fish, like viscerally with his wolf brain.
Listen, just because I enjoy doing it like that doesn't mean I can't do it the other way.
Vorbor, tell me, how many utensils do you normally have at a dinner table?
Trick question. None.
You're joking, right?
No, actually, like, I think it's 5.
Vorbor, how many utensils do you use at a dinner table?
I think 5.
No, how many do you use?
And then there's a soup spoon, and then a different spoon, and then there's... I thought there was only one knife, and then the other one was brought to you if you needed it.
So, wait. I didn't hear a fork.
I said 2 forks.
So, 2 forks. What
2
did
spoons. 1 butter knife, and then another knife if you need it for a steak.
Isn't that 6?
Vorbor, are you okay?
I think I'm right here.
I'm pretty sure it's more than...
I do want to note, Vorbor has never sat at a dinner table.
Yeah. Okay.
How would Vorbor know that, Jeff?
I learned many things with Will, okay?
Will did not do properly, and I'm telling you that right now.
Like, actually, is it 6?
It's a shot in the dark kind of thing.
It's a shot in the dark. You got it right out of a shot in the dark, but Vorbor himself definitely does not fucking know manners.
Okay, yeah, the whole like, percussion none was Warwar, but 6 was me, more being like, it's 6, right?
Yeah, no, you're good. Okay, yeah.
Fuck, Jesus. 6? That's too many dishes for me to do.
But Alex kind of goes, okay, well, I mean, we can just wait for 2 hours. Or more. We could wait 4, and then I'll message Professor Inkstead, and that way, Marin could sleep.
He said he was on his lunch break now, so he'll probably be back from it in just a little bit.
Marin?
What do you guys want to do until then?
I think you should sleep.
I don't need sleep. I'm fine. I don't sleep the way you do. I got my... It's called a trance? It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You look like an absolute crazy person currently.
Unsticks, like, paper from forehead. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't appreciate your tone.
You literally just took a paper off your forehead.
I'm gonna ignore you guys now, and Shamarin is gonna, like, wave down like a barmaid's and ask for some coffee.
Yes, Lass, what do you need?
Coffee, please.
That's okay, lady.
In a pitcher. Black. if you can.
A whole pitcher of black.
Like in a flagon, please. Thank you.
Yes, understood. She'll go off. She comes back with some hard black coffee.
Fuck you.
I will say...
Question.
Marin is Marin a caffeine nut?
Oh yeah.
This is not enough for you to wake up.
Hey, Daniel, question.
No, I know. I figured.
Yeah, what's up?
Am I able to just do this for fun and just shoot a little bit of lightning into the fucking coffee?
Sure.
Explain what is happening.
I will allow it. I'm gonna roll damage.
There's no damage on a static shock.
Sure. You get shocked. It doesn't wake you up, but it makes your hair really frizzy.
My intention was to actually have it try to wake her up a little bit more.
Sure. You shock her more.
I didn't say it more!
Okay. Okay. You don't shock her more.
Can I just grab a glass of water and throw it in her face?
Okay.
You better not.
You do that, Blake.
If
Are
Blake
you awake now?
if Blake attempts to do that, I'm not gonna let him, obviously. So
Okay,
I'm
how
going
do you
to
stop Blank from throwing water in your face?
I'm probably just going to try to dodge out of the way.
Sure, make me a dex. Both of you roll me a acrobatics or dex check.
I feel like there should be disadvantage.
Disadvantage because you're an idiot.
Yeah, she's like half asleep.
69.
Wait, I
I
have to
got
open it.
got a 9.
Okay, 9 versus. Let's see.
Where is acrobatics? Okay, there it is. Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay, water pours right into Marin's face. I will roll a luck check. If I roll a 5 or lower, Marin's exhaustion will be cleared for 1 hour. If you roll a 6 or above, Marin will just be now wet and tired. I rolled a 2. Your exhaustion is lifted for 1 hour.
See, you're awake now.
Don't ever do that again.
Don't get exhausted like that again.
You could have gotten my spellbook wet. Oh.
You see the note that was on your forehead is now like covered in water. And Alex snaps his fingers and the water's gone from it.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
All right, where do you lot want to go? And I'm like gonna just drink my coffee in very large gulps.
Well, the library in an hour.
The library in an hour.
Okay. An hour later. I got a message from Professor Inkstead. We can go up to the gates now.
Marin, falling asleep, in her breakfast, sits up. Oh, yes, okay, of course, let's go!
Do you need more coffee?
I'm fine.
You looked at the 3 flagons of coffee that she has now gone through.
I'm fine.
Okay. You guys continue up the Wingtrap district to the Iron Scale district, where you meet Professor Inkstead over at the gates. Professor Inkstead, I need to find his physical description because I'm trying to remember. There we are. You see this maybe 50-year-old silver dragonborn with white and gold adorned robes. Appears to be very well for. He has an academic cap on, for whatever purpose. As he approaches and goes, "Oh, well, hello, ma'am. Oh, I see you have friends approaching. That's quite nice to hear."
Yes, we were wondering if you could take us into the library.
I will allow it, but only for now because we are not in session yet. During the school year, I will be less likely to be approved to bring you in.
I understand completely, and thank you very much.
For now, you shall act as a guest of the Academy. There is some tensions I have been notified of, so I must just be careful.
Oh, right, about the professor.
Yes, bringing individuals who are not approved on campus is very careful. We've had to vet the campus of guards, and now mostly our staff has been spread a bit thin. Now then, come along. Who might you all be?
I'm blank. I don't know who I am.
Okay.
I'm or fellow Hopman.
Warbel, what?
Borbor.
Do you have a do one of you have surnames?
I was raised by wolves, so no.
Excuse me?
and hi, my name is Marvello. As Alex approaches the
I like-
professor.
Can I insight check Alex over that? I mean, I obviously noticed he just used a fake name.
Yeah, sure. Make an insight check.
Wait, don't we all notice?
We all
Yeah,
know.
they
Granted, 3 of us know why he's using a fake name.
I mean, you kind of know now.
That's a dirty 20.
So, sure, just in case, let's roll a deception check for Alex, just for funsies, to see, I don't know, if he gets lucky. He has a +3. That is a nat 20. If you want to look.
So if you're just gonna think that Alex's name is that,
You are confused if his name is Alex. Is what you ascertain from that. Or at the very least, you cannot tell if that is genuinely his name or not. I will roll an insight check.
it's a middle name.
The professor also rolled a nat 20. Let me see his insight really quick.
Why did the professor roll that?
To see if he believed it. He is
Oh wait, I should roll disadvantage then to check.
You should have.
17.
Still fails. He has a 23. There it is. Okay. He rolled still below what Alex actually rolled, I believe. Yes. So, yeah. That's it. Professor Ring says, very well, Marvello. Come along. He leads you guys over to the gorgeous-looking glass spire space. You notice now an assortment of similar staff that were moving books who seem to be now armed with specific residual, like, these, like, chain-like looking materials with arcane runes around them, crafted around their arms with crystals inside of them, inside the links of the chains.
I'd like to ask the teacher some questions, if that's okay.
I mean, you can ask him. What is it, Volvo?
So, 25 years ago, wasn't there some kind of, like, not Dragonborn purge, but something revolving Dragonborns?
There was a political party that was very particular about Dragonborn superiority within the city, and happened to not be taking too kindly to the rise of the Leviathos Federation and its requirements on equality.
So, is there a chance that there's records of the people that were lost during that?
Absolutely. In regards to just the people who have died or the political figures, what are you going in particular about?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
There are certainly. Sorry, David.
Could we find out about political figures?
There are certainly plenty of documents in the papers file. If you wish to try and research about it.
Yeah, thank you. I would definitely, yeah, that's what I'd be.
Be mindful that you can only stay for as long as I am on campus.
Okay.
I will be within range, obviously, for sending. So just notify me when you have completed, so I may walk you off campus. I will be leaving the campus at approximately nightfall, so around 8 o'clock. So you have about 8 hours to work.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask him?
Oh, yep, go for it.
Can I ask him about creatures who just have magic innately that starts up randomly?
Well, that's a lot of creatures in this world. I mean, what do you...
Let's say sentient.
Sentient humanoids. I mean, there are histories of sorts of people who have innate magic inside their body. It depends on where the magic comes from. It can come from any type of source. There are demons and devils and fae and...
What about a purple aura around them?
The aura does sometimes dictate specific schools of magic. Purple is an interesting one. It means like an accumulation of different types of magic.
Okay. Is there any way to find out what it is?
I mean, if you cast
Or which is what is inside the aura?
you could cast Detect Magic.
Is the professor gone, or can I ask one more question?
The professor's still there. He's talking to Blank right now as Blank is asking him questions.
Okay, what about random effects that happen whenever someone casts magic?
I mean, that certainly can happen if you have a lot of arcane power inside of your body. Intention can only get you so far. Wizardly techniques are very formulaic, but ranges of sorcery, perhaps people who make deals with higher beings, all of that is possibly prone to all sorts of different things.
Okay. Could you tell me where I would research more about this by any chance?
There is experimentation with the arcane is probably a good section to start with, over in the library.
Okay. I'll go.
As for Vorbor, you seem to have another question.
Yes, I'm wondering if the records are also going to show the color of their scales into what kind of Dragonborn they were.
Dragonborn, the Revolutionaries, Paul?
I just mean like for the cases of missing political figures, what kind of scale color they had.
Understood. The particulars, once again, would be mostly in ranges of politics, so it would be important that you go research over there. With that in mind, I will be going back because I need to continue planning for my course. Marin,
Yes.
it was wonderful to see you again. I'm glad you seem to be doing well, despite, I know, the events of yesterday being quite harrowing. I
Yes.
heard what happened.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to speak with me for a moment, privately?
Yes, that would be best, as I, like, kind of look at the rest of the party, and then I shuffle off with the professor.
Can I just thank him? Just yell thanks.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Hope to meet you all again. Marin, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing all right.
So you were attacked. Professor Morgana has been in recovery. I've checked in with her.
Yes, that was pretty frightening. That's how we met these lot.
Do you have any other details of what happened? Or what do you know?
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna consult my
Yeah, go for it.
gonna look at my actual notes.
Would you like me to ask them something while you look at your notes?
Okay, so she after a moment of thinking, she says, okay, so first a guard came in and said that to the Archmage that there was an emergency, that the king needed him right away. And then once the Archmage was out of the room, the door was locked, and an occultist and an assassin came in, and they used a very powerful poison on the professor, and it knocked her out immediately. And then it was just the rest of us fighting against those two. They disguised themselves as guards. They were guards inside of the room before.
How did they disguise themselves?
Fake armor. It wasn't real armor.
Oh, what was the material made out of? Just like...
Oh, I'm gonna do a history check. Okay, so not so bad. 17, even with disadvantage. Ha!
Nice. It was, also you don't have disadvantage right now because...
No, it was an hour.
Oh, you're right. I am correct. With that in mind, you would know that the material is like... You know how cosplayers have, like, craft foam? Or, like, spray-on foam that they use?
Yeah.
It is like a form of, essentially, foaming material, very like a water solution along with various forms of like hardening sands that is supposed to look like, basically it's like sandstone, but it is used with the specific colorization of the stones from Dracona Signal's capital city or Nalta.
It was made with it was made with a local material, like a fake ore type of substance. I'm not a geologist, but
That's entirely fair, don't worry, we have our own geology department. Very well. What happened after you took care of this cultist and this assassin?
well, it wasn't just me, it was also my friends. I couldn't have taken them by myself. Afterwards...
It's very humble of you, Mara.
Afterwards, it's all a blur, but we tried to resuscitate the professor and one of my other friends, and then I think a bunch of the guards came in, right?
Yes.
A bunch of the guards came in.
Do you identify the bodies of the individuals? Do you know the names, anything?
No, nothing. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, I think.
And then afterwards, what happened to the professor? She told me some vague details, but...
They took her to, the temple of Arathis for some healing.
Understood. Okay.
Is something wrong?
No, I'm trying to ascertain what happened for more honor.
Is she not? Why wouldn't she be truthful? She was attacked.
I'm aware, however, I don't know if there's any other. Our security is scared thin, and I would like to know as much as I can in the case that I am also attacked.
I see. Well, they had a pretty powerful poison. It knocked her out. Arcane Master almost immediately.
Did anything happen at the church?
Did anything happen at the church?
That you know of that was of import. They just healed her.
No.
You met the priestess Cassandra? Or, yes.
Yeah, was her name Cassandra?
Her name was Priestess Cassandra.
We met a priestess. I didn't see anything. They kind of kept us away from all of that part.
The name of the priestess was?
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
I've never met her
Understood.
before.
Well, you just said you saw her.
Well, yeah, she's the head priestess there, right?
She's not the head. The current head is, I don't know how I wrote this name. I'm so sorry. Pridgam. Right now, Cardinal Pridgam is in charge of the church. Cassandra Valentine is one of the priestesses of Arathis.
Oh, well, if he's not in, then I suppose, or if he wasn't there, is something wrong?
I mean, yes, the academy was attacked.
Well, obviously, but you're asking very particular questions. Are you concerned about something?
Yes, being attacked.
Why would anyone want to attack you?
Not everyone likes magic in the Leviathas Federation.
Do I know that to be true?
Yes.
Well, I mean, they don't like it outside of their schools, but you're a professor.
Yes, but just because some of government approves of something doesn't mean everyone else does.
The professor said that she may have attracted some cultists of the god Vecna. That was one of her theories.
Very keenly at you.
Oh god.
And then looks a bit concerned as he goes.
That was just one of her theories. She had a couple of them.
That's not good, though.
Well, I mean, of course, but it was, I don't know, I think it was a bit of a shot in the dark.
Perhaps, but if there is some credence to that, there is a lot of danger in the cult in regards to Vecna. He is a very dangerous form of belief. With that in mind, I bid you all adieu. If you have any other concerns, you are free to message me.
Alright, thank you, Professor. I should get back to the rest.
Very well.
Alright, and I return to the group.
Vorbor, what
What's up?
information would you like to get?
I would like to go look at the records of different political figures and figureheads that have died during that 25-year purge.
Okay. Roll me a history or investigation check. Or actually, this would be investigation.
It's only +1, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
I rolled an 8, but I mean, didn't he tell me what section it was in?
He did tell you what section it is, but that's not going to still help you in terms of research. You don't find any immediate details of what happened in the past, or in terms of like scaling, color, or anything. What you do know is the basic rundown is the Leviathos Federation has established laws to make it so that way people of various different races, and you would know that the culture within Draconis Ignil was very unhappy with the idea of some people specifically were very unhappy with the idea of having multiple, like a multicultural state, especially with people of political power that were of other races in the continent, or not in the continent, in the kingdom. Not everyone believed this. There was other races within the city, but often it's sort of like the political spectrum of racism, where like there are people who are very racist, and then there are people who are subtly racist. Most people in political power were subtly racist, but there was one high noble, you did not catch his name as you were just reading some basics, that essentially riled people up enough to where he used his money and influence in order to subtly influence the government, and essentially fund out political figures in order to get his agenda completed.
So you're telling me that
Of trying to limit the amount of people of other races that could attain any type of power. However, the Leviathos Federation very much stamped it out, at which point there was a violent revolt that temporarily came out within the Iron Scale district from his house before it was immediately quelled. Multiple lynchings occurred of other political figures, specifically.
Okay.
That's with an 8.
Is that all I'm able to find out about it?
That's all you can find with an 8.
Can I, like, see Vorbor, like, I don't know, like, rifling through all the books kind of haphazardly, because he did roll an 8 on, investigation?
On investigation?
I'm gonna-
You are doing your own studying, I believe?
Yeah, but I go over and I see him, like, acting a fool, and I'm gonna be like, do you need some help? Looking for something?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can discover the different types of Dragonborns that were involved in the political mess of 25 years ago.
What happened 25 years ago?
Essentially, the Federation came in and realized that there was an issue with the Dragonborns kind of being more elitist towards different races that were still in the city. And so they attempted to kind of snuff it out, but there was a revolution back against it, and so I'm just trying to figure out the different political heads that were against it and for it at the same time, and just see what the major characters were.
I see. Can I do a history check to see if I know what this event was called?
Sure, roll in history check.
12.
No.
I'm not super familiar with the history of Draconis Ignel, but let me see if I can help you. Can I give him the help action so he can try to find it again?
You can roll your own because you have a higher.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so...
I guess you can give it, if you want to give him the help action, that's fine.
Yeah, I would prefer to give him the help
Then
action.
you give him the help action, okay. Roll one more time.
5.
Okay, you don't get any additional information. Marin, you notice that he is helplessly going through books.
Have you been in a library before, by any chance?
I'm just really distracted.
You notice that Vorbor is unable to fully ascertain how to control the conveyor belt system in the library, and it's clearly been going up and down the wrong directions. You watch as one book mage actually like flies over and like grabs on the books and is like, sir, you're going to destroy this if you keep punching it between the elevator.
This is my first time in a library that has a conveyor belt.
Okay, so
Understood. Are you students? What do you...
I was a part of one of the professor's parties that he was allowing into the library.
Who?
Aaron,
the
can you hear me out?
headmaster. The headmaster let us in.
Why did you lie?
Because I hate that fucker. Oh, I rolled real good.
What'd you roll? He rolled an 18.
Fuck. That's a 13.
13?
That's not real good.
Really
For
not.
disadvantage.
Well... Who are you?
Who?
I'm gonna
Do I
like.
see them struggle?
Can I whisper to Candy Tuft? Please go create a distraction. Get her away from us.
You watch as she like looks keenly at you for a second. And before anyone else notices anything, you watch as a bookshelf. Begin to shut over. She's like, wait, no. Like immediately watches she cast Big B's hand and begins to shift, or not Big B's hand. You watch as she begins to cast spells to shift back the bookshelves. As Candy Tuft pops over and you see like a bunch of wood dust all over.
Guys, let's go.
Candy
Let's go.
Tuft.
Come on. Let's go. Guys, we gotta go now.
And
I like speed walk out of there.
are you gonna move out to Paper Spire?
No, but I'm just gonna like get very far away from her.
Alright, that's fine. I will roll with disadvantage a perception check to see if she can see where you guys went.
I'm gonna take off for the session though. Thank you for the information. Thank you guys. I'm sorry that I'm leaving
You're totally
again
good.
early. Goodbye, guys.
You're good, Jeff. Bye-bye.
You're good.
Okay, they rolled a 5 on perception. There's no way they find you. So you're good. You leave the space. So what would Blank, you and Evie like to, and Marin like to research?
Hello?
What would you guys like to research? Blank?
Oh, my internet's kind of dying. I can barely.
Oh,
No.
sorry. What would you like to research, Blank?
I'd like to research 3 different things.
Okay, I will give you 2 of them.
Okay.
Because you
Did Vorbor already check history?
He already rolled investigation. You can do history or investigation, because history is more of what you already know. Investigation is like looking for things.
No, but I mean, did he research history?
He did. He researched specifically the 25 years ago, the revolution, the acts of draconian supremacy.
Okay, can I research how how to act around around the high class people of, or how does the politics work?
Like an etiquette textbook.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Unless you want, is history better for you?
I think that works. I got a 17.
17? Okay. So what you ascertain about the etiquette is primarily, it goes in terms of the way that you speak to each other.
Okay.
So just like titles is very important to establish, as rank is a very big thing in the society. Often most people of esteem have a form of symbol or reflection of wealth. So if you have fine jewels, especially those of other scales, not other scales, of actually just fine jewels is very much a sign of wealth, as a lot of the mining that comes from...
Sorry, can you repeat that? It cut off at jewels.
Having jewels tends to be a very good reflection of wealth and status. In terms of military pride, which is a big thing, military pride, there is a large esteem for wearing scales, specifically scales of former dragons that terrorized lands that were slain. Another thing that you learn is that the court has very particular established changes about religion. In terms of the belief system for Draconis Ignil was much more fluent. They allowed a lot more of fluency in religions, although the primary religion was originally Bahamut. However, upon the Leviathos Federation making a deal, a lot of the culture shifted towards Arathis as being the primary religion. And slowly but surely, that has been the one that has been dominating, especially the capital, but also the political realm of the kingdom.
And Arathis is which one?
Arathis is the god of the civilization, the goddess of civilization.
Oh, okay.
To be married in her name is more politically appealing for the Leviathos Federation and technically for Draconis Ignil now than being born in Bahamut sometimes. If you want to give more respect to the people who are more old school, essentially, you would be married and often follow the faith of Bahamut. But if you want to get more of ties in with the Leviathos Federation, having a connection with Arathis and the people and the community and culture and knowing the religious practices of Arathis is very well received, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
As a good example, the king had essentially to redo his oath upon coming together with the Leviathos Federation in the name of Arathis in order to sustain the deal. In other words, his marriage is one of the most important aspects of the agreement. His marriage in the name of Arathis was part of the deal that would essentially align the Leviathos Federation and Draconis Ignil.
Okay, but does that necessarily mean that he is a very hard follower of Arathis? Or does that just mean he did it for the deal?
At the very least, it says he has to practice to some degree. It does not. There's no implication on whether it implies that he, from what you're reading, it would not imply if he is a heavy follower. That's kind of a personal thing, and that's like walking up to a king and being like, "Yo, what god you like?" is kind of a little too much. So,
yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's what you can ascertain from that.
Okay.
That was
Does anyone else want to do any research, or should I just do my second one?
So Marin is going to obviously, want to go to the map section, and she's gonna come up to Alex and she's gonna ask him, "Oh, so, do you know the Paper Spire at all?"
I'm not well associated. I did a field trip here a few times.
Oh, so we could probably find the arcane text together, maybe, unless you're interested in something else.
I wanted to read about things that might have to do with, Epis Theolod, as well as some articles on recent occurrences in regards to necromancy.
Can I do a history check on that name?
Yes. If you're high. I need a 20 if you're gonna get anything.
What about a 19?
Not good enough. You remember vaguely the party mentioning the name, but nothing about it. You've heard the name from the party, but that's it.
Wait, which name?
Yeah, of course. And I'm gonna try to pretend like I know what he's talking about.
Marin, you can just say you don't know.
Well, okay, the name's familiar to me, but
He's
little
the guy
tired.
that they keep calling Fruit Loops.
oh, so he does have a name.
Yes.
What is it?
Episthelod. I would prefer if we don't speak too loudly about it, though. I don't know who's listening.
I can help you do some research. I don't mind.
Okay, if there's nothing you have interest in researching.
Well, of course there is, but I just wanted to be helpful.
Okay. Okay, Marin.
He's such a baby.
Okay, so are you giving the help action?
Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna roll an investigation check. He has a plus. Actually, he will roll history because he has a +7 to that.
Same.
He rolled a 20. So as Alex is reading, you watch as a finely dressed woman wearing gray robes with the symbol of a large sea beast of some sort that is like outlined in purple approaches you both as you're sitting at the table. She seems to have like a fine white cat with like these shimmering green eyes following behind her. As she approaches, she goes, "Oh, interesting read. Sorry, I did this wrong. Oh, interesting reading there."
I look over at Alex.
She is looking over Alex's shoulder as he goes, "Oh, hi. What? Yes. And she goes, "Oh, my apologies. I am Dasha Allengard, one of the lower noble houses of the Federation. Specifically, I'm visiting from Protopolis. You just seemed so entranced in what you were reading." You watch as the cat kind of scampers up on the table, and like she begins to pet it.
What a cute familiar, I assume.
Yes. A mage of mine who conjured it up. Who is that shadowy little thing?
Huh? And I like look on the ground next to me, and Candy Tuft is there like scratching himself, covered in dust and chalk and wood that he ate from the bookshelf. That is my familiar. That's Candy Tuft. Candy Tuft, say hello.
Candy Tuft kind of gets up and looks at the cat, and the cat looks at Candy Tuft and bites at him, and then he actually like whimpers and backs up for a second. I'm gonna roll a quick roll me an insight check or a wisdom saving throw, actually. Again, for Candy Tuft. I'm seeing if Candy Tuft can handle the intimidation from this cat.
Oh, he better be able to. He's a tough.
Sorry, I dropped out of the call for a second. Did Blank disappear?
There
There he is.
Let me know what you
Okay,
roll.
I'm just.
So wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! That was a.
That was a nat one.
Yeah, Candy Tuft is whimpering and terrified. Oh, I'm sorry. She can be a bit precocious. Candy Tuft, you said. This is Hella.
I'm gonna like, I assume he like hops into my arms. I'm gonna like hold on to him, and I'm gonna like look at this fucking cat, and I'm gonna insight check the cat.
Wait, can I get a brief rundown over the last minute?
Evie, do you want to type that in Realm?
That's a 13 for insight.
13 for insight.
That's for all these disadvantages.
Seems like a fae, familiar, based off the shimmering eyes. It's all you can really ascertain. Keen eyes, indeed. You know, for such a muddled little thing, you really do have good sight. Oh, sorry. For such a muddled little thing, you do have such good sight. It's interesting.
Quite a forward compliment.
Perhaps. It is interesting seeing how well your familiar understands your ownership of them. We all seem to understand that something owns us, don't we? We're all ruled by something, after all. Isn't that right, what's your name, by the way? Alex looks at her nervously and goes, Marlo?
Do I see what's right?
You do not. You're studying.
Okay.
We were approached by some weird lady who is being very rude.
Well, you do have a very similar look. You know, I've read articles recently.
Yes, we've all read articles. It's quite a library.
Oh, not here. I know this is a bit drab for me. It's not really quite as...
Well, then why are you doing here if you have so many better places to be? I'm sure someone such as yourself would have no problem accessing a better library. Unless... No, that couldn't be it.
Oh, you really are such a clever thing, aren't you?
I'd like to think so. Now, if you'll excuse me, me and my friend Marlo here have quite a bit of studying to do. We prefer to spend the hours we have in the library utilizing it instead of gossiping.
Perhaps.
Have a good day, ma'am. I'm
I don't
gonna...
know, Alex.
Oh, fuck.
That is your name, isn't it? Alex? I've read about your name in the paper months ago. It was quite interesting. 5 students all dead on the floor, and the worst of all was probably... Alondra. Man, and it said you were in love with her.
Fucking... Okay, so some lady came up to me and Alex in the library and recognizes him. Okay, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of this.
You know... What was also interesting is that I heard...
I'm gonna whisper to Candy Tuft to create
Professor
another
Morgana
distraction.
Sure. As Candy Tuft moves, the cat gets in the way.
Fucking shit.
But as Candy Tuft is still currently frightened of the cat, because he rolled a nat 1.
He did!
Before you could, as she continues to go, I also heard that a similar looking elf with similar skills to that of a very well trained necromancer from the Cryptopolis Pansophical was, well, at the attacking of Professor Morgana.
Do you have anything better to do, ma'am? Than harass students trying to get an education?
Shushing, young lady.
I'm
You
going
annoy me.
to call security if you don't leave us alone. Come on, Marlo, we don't have to deal with this. And I'm gonna take Alex's hand, and I'm gonna, like, just stand up and leave.
I imagine security would very much like to know about Alice.
Come on, we're leaving.
Stop.
I'm gonna ignore her, and we're just gonna keep walking.
Excuse me, ma'am, as she goes to one of the guards
Oh,
in the space.
I'm gonna walk a little faster, and I'm gonna pull him behind, like, a shelf.
Alex stops moving.
Alex, what? I, like, smack his face.
Doesn't.
Oh, fuck. Did she cast a spell on him?
Don't know.
Hi, yes, I'm a bit worried about those 2 individuals over there. Would you mind coming with me? I feel a bit unsafe while they're around.
Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, okay, hang on.
The assailant,
Can't leave Alex, I can't leave
I
Alex.
feel as though he might be involved somehow with the attack earlier.
And one of the guards goes, oh, very well, come lead the way. And you hear a message in your head. She goes,
Oh.
if you want me to leave you alone, then just stay. And don't run this time. At which
Hang
point he goes,
on, could
Oh,
I?
I'm sorry, I actually can't find them.
What?
Here, they might have gone that way.
and she points in a different direction than you. And the guard walks off in that direction. Before she goes,
I don't feel safe going along. I'll stay back here.
at which point she
She's
then
fucking
approaches
bitch.
over you. Now then, can I finish?
What do you want?
I will tell everyone that Alex is here.
I don't know who this Alex is.
Stop faking, young lady. His name is Alex Driscoll. He comes from the Cryptopolis Pansophical and he murdered 5 students.
Do you
I
have
won't
any
say a word.
evidence?
She pulls out a piece of paper that is the newspaper article that explains Alex's attacks from Orcrest with the visual of Alex's face written on it.
That could be anyone.
She holds it to Alex's face as he's like down sweating. Now then, if you understand the predicament that you're in, and you'll stop running, tell me.
Is Alex unparalyzed?
He is unparalyzed. He's like, and she goes,
Some strange events have been going on at your Church of St. Taurus recently.
Okay, what does that have to do with us?
Here's something is hiding deeper in the chambers.
What do you want? Do you want money? What do you want?
I actually don't want you to talk to me ever again. But I would advise looking a bit deeper into that. It would be of your best interest. After all, you do wonder who attacked poor Professor Morgana, right? Well, if you ever do mention my name, I would warn you, I will have Alice courted and locked away before you can ever even look over your shoulder.
Have a nice day.
You as well?
And I just take Alex's hand and I find the rest of the group.
You take care of Candy Tuft. Would you like loyal creatures?
and she looks dead at Alice.
I'm gonna find the rest of the group.
Okay. Alex is actually gonna do something as well just before. No, I failed. Okay. Roll the 2. Okay. You approach the rest of the group.
Can I finish my research?
Sure. Tell me what you want to learn, Blank, while you process what just happened there.
Purple auras and... Actually, wait, can I go to the library?
Sure, you go to one of the, book mages.
Okay,
Yes, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for a book specifically about purple auras.
Purple auras,
There's kind of more I need.
Very well, what else is there?
Specifically purple auras that cause when cast a high level spell.
Understood. That would be probably in the experimentation and arcane section. I shall show you over that way. And he takes you over to a specific section of books about on the 4th story.
Do you have any suggestions on where I should start in this section?
Perhaps in the colorization of arcane abilities over here. He's gonna help you, so you're gonna get the help action. Roll me a investigation check with advantage.
Okay, so that's just roll 2. Okay, and then whichever one
Is the higher.
15.
15
total.
is your 15 total. You do learn about the basics of wild magic, the conception of it and how it's structured, and how it's not really limited to one realm of magic, and possibly therefore would explain the purple aura. However, The peculiar part is that none of the known effects of wild magic match the symptoms of what you've had happen to you.
Okay.
Particularly,
Is that all I learned?
that is all you learn with a 15. I know that's not much, but
Yeah.
essentially, you now know a lot about wild magic as much as you would if you read the class features.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
That's about it, all that you can learn. Okay.
Okay, and then we meet up with everyone.
Okay. Evie, is there anything that you research?
Right, so I kind of want to research more about the area I have to go to in 6 months.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Can I do one more task real quick?
One more what?
One more task.
What
before
is
we
the...
leave live? I'd like to ask the same book mage about spells that involve 8 people dying in.
That is a bit peculiar. I mean, there are certainly spells that can kill 8 people, but there is not any specification on the sacrifice of 8 individuals. There is all the
I think
possibility
it's
of
to
a
break a
custom
seal.
spell. To break a seal. I would not know of the particularities of that sort of ritual. That would be over in the ritual section of the library. Although I would say it is getting late and the library will be shutting down soon.
Yeah. That's what
That's actually not true. Now that I think about it, that library would be open. No, actually, they're currently at lower hours because the semester hasn't started yet. With that in mind,
Wait.
Evie, so you're looking up. Okay, so you got a 21. Okay. So you know the Vandella Coast is the coast side of Protopolis, like it's the entirety of where Protopolis is. In specific, you would know that they did not give you enough information to know where you're going yet. Because all they said is meet at the Vandella Coast outside of Protopolis.
Yeah, but I mean more like if there's like any landmarks over there that could be of interest to a bunch of thieves, like just like anything that might point me in the right direction of why I'm being sent over there for at that specific time. Like maybe like a famous person coming by, just anything that would be useful.
You would happen to know that it is once every few years they essentially have a popular event where they gather major political figures in order to reestablish loyalty to the king of the Federation.
And these are people that are like from around like the whole place, or just like specific area?
Around the entire continent. Those who are loyal. They're basically for major political deals and likely for the interests of what your organization is doing. There's all the possible potential of an assassination if done correctly. Although the difficulty of doing that assassination is incredibly delicate, because if you fuck it up in any way, if you are caught in any way, you will be on the run from probably the largest superpower in the continent. Is what you can ascertain.
Okay, that is all.
Okay. Marin, you meet up with the rest of the group.
So I grabbed everyone else in the group. I assume Vorbor and Jay are nowhere to be found.
They are. Jay is currently trying to figure out how many stars there are in one book. Vorbor is still reading.
Okay, I'm going to just grab all of them and I'm going to huddle them and keep my voice low and be like, Alex, I didn't know what his specific crime was before. I just knew he was wanted, right?
Yes.
And I can't believe you were trying to convince me that necromancy wasn't inherently evil.
I didn't do any of that.
Well, you're wanted. Did you know he's wanted? And I gesture to the rest of the party.
Wait, I thought I told you all this before.
Yeah,
I literally said that he
Yeah,
was
we
framed
were
for
very
5
much aware.
murders.
nope, it's not in my notes.
Yeah,
I
we were
knew
very
he
much
was
aware.
wanted. I knew he was wanted. I didn't know it was for murder.
I didn't kill anyone.
Okay, well,
Alvandra was the one who committed the murders and persuaded me to lie about it.
okay,
Yeah, I
well,
told you.
well, we're all being blackmailed now.
By who?
I don't know, some random lady,
She did say her name. Dasha Avantgarde.
some woman I've never heard of, named Dasha, who told us to go check out the same church we dropped off Morgana in. And I'm assuming that if we don't, she said explicitly that she's going to rat Alex out and he's going to be arrested. So if you really don't believe that he did this,
Wait, Daniel.
Yes?
You said that jewels determine how, or not determine, but jewels show how high class you are.
Yes, within Dracona Signal, jewels would reflect how high class.
Marin, was she very bejeweled?
can I roll to see
Yes,
what
yes,
I
yes.
remember? What would it be?
Just a history check. It's a pretty low DC.
8. But it was a natural one.
It was, oh shit. It's a low DC.
You don't crit fail ability checks, though.
Not really. I would say you do crit roll ability checks. You totally can.
No, you don't. It's not in the book. It's not in. Okay, fine.
Anyways.
Fine. I don't know.
Anyways, what happened is you remember there being a variety of fine jewels on her. It's hard to say how many, but you do remember that she was fairly well adorned.
She had a decent amount.
She
from
had
what I could see.
fine rings, she had necklaces, she had golden
She
bracelets.
was a total Karen.
She was a total.
I don't think bring Alex.
What do you say?
Someone. I don't think we're gonna be able to bring Alex back unless we're with.
I would agree. I can certainly lay low. However, I think that she said she wanted us to investigate the Church of St. Tornus.
Oh, isn't that one?
Taurus again?
That's the one where the leadership was changed recently.
Yes. It might be, I don't know, in her political interest. She also did say she didn't want us to hear from us again or for us to mention her involvement.
Wait, you want us to investigate for her, but no.
She's threatening us.
Okay,
I think
so
she.
even if we investigate.
I think
Okay.
she wants us to exploit or reveal whatever is going on at the church. Or whatever she thinks is going on at the church.
Did she give you any on what exactly we're investigating?
She just said to investigate at night.
Great. Lovely information there.
You know, she was quite rude. Not going to lie, you're kind of being rude right now too, Blank.
I'm sorry. I don't mean this to you. I mean this to her.
Very well. With that, I mean, it's 8 o'clock now.
Oh, we should probably leave.
Is there anything else we can do?
Do we want to talk to the book? Anything or?
I mean, we need to leave. Professor Inkstead requested.
Oh, right. Let's go then.
Very well. As you guys are walking downstairs, Professor Ink says, "Why, hello there, Marin. Why do you look in such dire spirits?"
I'm just tired. That's all.
Make me an insight check.
Okay. 13.
Peculiar. Well, thank you for notifying me earlier. I wasn't aware you got on campus so easily.
Wait.
Mm,
Uh,
I was notified you entered. One of the bookkeepers
Okay,
let
fuck
me
this.
know.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you can detect magic. There's a lot of magic everywhere.
Okay, but I'm looking at the professor.
The professor looks normal.
So I traveled with him for a little while.
Yes, you did.
Do I know if he carries anything magical on his person?
He carries his book.
His spell book?
Yeah.
Would it glow with...
Just a slight magical.
But
aura.
it's not glowing now?
It is glowing.
It's a magical.
He is the professor. You can verify it with the detect magic.
Professor,
Yeah. Yes.
you led us on campus.
I don't remember that. I was notified by one of the bookkeepers that you came on campus before I could come down.
My friend here, and I gestured to Alex, cast sending to you,
Yes,
right?
I got to send it. I was. Oh, is that blank? That was blank. I got his message. I was going to send you sending earlier, but I was notified you entered campus. Who let you in?
You did.
What did you tell this person?
Fuck, what did we tell that person?
You told him everything about your interaction with the attack.
Fuck!
Wait.
Shit!
Wait, what did I miss?
Okay, so, we met up with the professor who let us in, but he was like, I'm sorry I couldn't see you in the first time. And we were all like, yes, you did. And he was like, bitch, no, I didn't. And we told him everything about the attack on Morgana. Or I did, at least.
Might not have been.
Fuck. So I'm kind of like startled, and I say, I told him everything about the attack on Morgana and in the paper spire, and who it was, and who she thought it was, and well, what kind of? Why would they
I
want
don't
that?
blame you, Mary. I don't blame you at all.
I know, but why would they want that information? What is happening?
I don't know, Marin, but what I do know is that somebody entered the campus and was able to get my credentials. You can't just enter the campus, you need a badge. So either they faked one of the materials, or they stole one. Or someone on the campus is compromised. I need you to get off campus for your own safety. I also need you to be very wary.
Okay.
I'm going to go speak to the headmaster about these affairs. Is there anything else pertinent that you can tell me?
I look at the rest of the party, and I kind of like,
You notice Alex is hooded
yeah,
and is purposefully staying behind Vorbor.
I'm gonna like whisper to the rest of them, should I tell him about, you know,
Do you trust him?
yes, with my life.
Okay. I'd say yes. But keep in mind that he was framed. So you should mention heavily.
Well, I'm not gonna tell him about
What you
that.
whispering about?
So during while we were in the paper spire, a very weird woman came up to us and started accusing us of things, and she looked very wealthy.
What was her name?
Her name was Dasha
Dasha, does she have a surname?
Allard?
Of,
Dasha Allard.
There are multiple politicians visiting the city due to the complexities of the conflict with Orcrest. Dasha Allengard, I don't know. I do know the family name of Allengard. It's one of the older noble families in Pertopolis.
Okay. 'Cause, like, I look at the rest of the party, and I kind of like, you know, the face of the
I don't understand what she was implying about. What was she stating that
She
you
was
guys
talking
found?
about the chirp.
Professor,
The church?
Professor,
Yes.
I'm sorry, but is there a possibility that we could talk about this somewhere more private?
Most of the chamber guards aren't here, but if you so wish, he will snap his fingers and summon a small sanctum around you all. He will summon a private sanctum. I believe he can do that.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Yes, cool.
let me actually double check really quick to make sure that that is the correct function of the spell. Casting time is 10 minutes, so that takes too long. Okay. Sure, he's an NPC. You watch as a small chamber room appears around you guys. As he leads you onto just part of the campus grass. Or actually, no, he's not in the mood for that. He like snaps his fingers, and you all are going to. Are you all willing?
Yes.
I am.
Okay, you're all transported into his office. As you are rushed off of your feet over into his office, you all land in chairs. As he goes, now then, you see his office is a actually very well gardened room. A variety of like plants and water all sit in perfect cubes. The water is actually also partially incomplete, so it's just sitting in air. You can see clearly there's no glass. You see that the dirt is perfectly crafted in a square. Additionally, you can see like this section of a weird gaseous material that's also fluently flowing in that space. And also a set of fire that is like kind of like morphing and changing inside of this cube. And all of them sit behind his desk, as well as you see a bunch of very well crafted. Like it seems as though the wood inside this room has been perfectly adjusted and moved to have like beautiful gold lining, perfect silver. All sorts of different materials are utilized in this space that seem to be the handiwork of the professor. This is clearly the office of somebody who is a transmutation master.
Ooh.
This is a great office. Much better than Morgana.
Thank you. Morgana tends to be a bit kooky. She prefers to be in more practical spaces. I like my aesthetic. With that in mind, what is it you want to discuss further? What information do you have? I'm sorry. Did I just waste a teleportation spell?
Well, Blank, you asked for more private space, so...
Blank.
Can I just confer with the 1 second?
Very well. What do
You
you...
trust this guy, right?
Yes, of course, I know him very well.
Would you say we trust him enough to bet Alex as well? As he is blackmailing us with him?
I like kind of shake my head no, like, no.
Okay, then how about we talk about our original plan when we got into...
I don't know your original plan, so...
Are you talking about Sir Fruit Loops?
Yeah, Sir Fruit Loops there.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's a lot of back and forth here. My campus was apparently just invaded, and someone is now faking to be me, and also has credentials. I will need to speak to the headmaster as soon as I can. Is there any other pertinent information that you have for me?
There's a dude, some sort of sealed realm, and if he escapes, we all die. And that's happening in about 6 months, I think, if we don't get the Archmage.
What?
Wait, we had a time limit? I didn't know we had a time limit.
I thought we did.
You don't.
Oh, we don't? Oh,
There was no
did.
said time limit. It could happen the next day. It could happen, you know.
Okay. Well, there's a dude trying to escape in Realm, and he's very powerful, and before the all the archmages got together and killed him, and now he's about to escape. So we kind of need
All of the archmages?
yes, all of the archmages.
You're using the wrong wording. The word is not
Can you help me
archmage.
out?
You don't want to use archmage because archmage is just anybody who's a really good spellcaster, like a very
Okay.
astute wizard.
I like turn to
What is
Blake
the
and I'm
right
like,
word?
what are you talking about?
What you are talking about is members of the Sanctum of the Eight Realms.
Okay, can I say that instead? 'Cause
Yes, you can. You can. I just want to clarify the terminology so things don't get confusing.
Oh,
I thought archmage was like the best one.
No. Archmage is a very good mage, but like, you know, the Sanctum of the Eight Realms, you don't really know any of the arcanists from there.
Okay.
Yes, well,
So,
I don't know much about the Sanctum of the Eight Realms. I will speak to Morgana and see if there's any esoteric or important details I can get about it. I'm in a bit of a rush.
yeah, that's fair. Seeing how someone's trying to
so
you.
the woman who was blackmailing us,
Yes.
she said something about investigating the Church of St. Taurus?
Oh, shit. Well, they don't like us there.
What's wrong?
Well, that's not true. Cardinal Solon is quite friendly. Some church believers are less friendly with arcanists, as they tend to believe that their divine power is the only just magic, and that what we practice here is witchcraft.
Well, the woman who did try to blackmail us was from the Federation.
Yes. What does... That could imply a lot of things, though.
I don't know. Why us?
I'm not aware, Marin. You are quite special, but I'm sorry you have to deal with something like this. And all of you, you don't need to worry yourself with such involvement. I will try and get to the bottom of this and let you know what happens.
Professor, what do you need us to do? Someone is impersonating you and someone attacked your colleague. We can help you. You've seen what I can do, and the rest of these folks are equally as skilled.
Be very careful wherever
Can I
you're
just-
going. You seem to be targets of somebody, if a high-class politician of some sorts, and apparently whoever the faker is targeting you all.
Professor,
Yes.
you don't need to take this piece of advice, but just keep in mind that Morgana was one hit, I was one hit, and one other person was almost a one hit to two assassins. So you may want some protection with someone you trust. I would presume.
Morgana is not a practical caster. She is a researcher. I
You want to take some anti-poison or something like that, or keep an antidote on you?
have a few spells in mind. Don't worry.
Of course.
But for you, my friend, you can't trust messages right now. At least, whoever sent the message was familiar. Did you send the message? You didn't send the message to me, though. Alex did. Oh, sorry. He wouldn't say Alex, because he doesn't know Alex. Your friend did.
Yeah. Marvello sent the message.
Marvello, yes. Oh, well, that's your name. Thank you. Well, you see a little fire. Or not fire. Is that what Silverborn?
Tuft of
I
flame.
actually forgot what Dragonborn.
Silver is cold,
Silver.
isn't
well,
it?
Frost. Partially bursts out of his mouth a little. I think you're right. I think it is Frost. As that is happening, he goes, I don't know what's going on. I will try and inform you through other methods. I will send you... Where are you all staying?
We're staying at a tavern.
Very specific. You're staying at the Cavern's End.
Yes.
Okay. We're staying at the Cavern's End. Sorry.
Very well. I will send an informant from the Academy that I trust to you.
How will we know that he is separate?
He will have a letter in my hand, and he draws out his hand in front of you, and says, "If you get a letter with this symbol, that will mean it's me."
Should we have some kind of code word? Some kind of code word? Like,
That would do if I needed to send you a message for emergencies.
How about we say Fruit Loops?
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
Very well. I will include Fruit Loops as the first word in my messages. First or last word. If it's not in between any of those sections, assume that I am not the one speaking.
This is a bit frightening. Are you going to tell the Archmage?
I will have to tell at least the headmaster of the academy as we've been infiltrated. The Archmage should need to know as well.
I don't like the headmaster. But I'm gonna grit my teeth and not say anything.
With that in
You're
mind,
sure they'll be able to help us?
I would say that you all need to get home, or at the very least, go wherever you can be safe.
Okay.
Remember, she mentioned that she wanted you to go look at the church.
Yeah, I know.
At this point, it's about maybe 9 o'clock. I will walk you off campus. He then escorts you outside to the gates, and guides you out of the Iron Scale District.
Can I just...
If you remember, by the way, he had a knowledge of the Paper Spire, the person that you spoke to that was pretending to be Inkstead. When you guys were asking him questions, he was answering them like Inkstead.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
Should we mention it to him?
I mean,
It's up to you.
I
Mention it.
I guess I can tell him, Professor, whoever this person is that's impersonating you, is very intelligent and either that or knows you personally. I feel like I know you very well and I was fooled.
I understand that. I'll keep that in mind. Just stay safe for now, and I will send you word.
Of course.
I find more out. I'm going to go speak to the headmaster.
Okay, and I'm gonna like gingerly put one of my hands on one of his like old dragon claws and be like, stay safe.
Of course. And you feel, despite his cold exterior form, a little warmth in his hand.
Damn, gonna fuck the professor after all.
No, you're not. As he walks away. You all are now in the Wingtrap District. The Church of St. Taurus glows in the distance. It's about
Hey, Marin.
9:30.
After that... Marin,
What?
did you master that invisibility spell I bought you?
It's in my spellbook, but I need a little more time to prepare it, and I can only cast it on one person.
You can cast it up to 3 people, technically.
No, I can cast it on 2 people. Because I would have to cast it as a 3rd level spell.
For 3 people, yes.
No, it's for 2. It's only one
Oh, you're
additional
correct. I'm
person.
so sorry.
Because it's the 2nd level. So she thinks, and she's like, I would need a little bit more time to prepare my spells differently, and I could only cast it on 2 of us.
Does anyone else have any invisibility spells?
I don't have invisibility, but
You could take a look at mine.
I could, but I would need... I spent a lot of my money yesterday. It's a 2nd level spell, so it would take me 4 hours. I would say, while I am practicing out... The church is a public place.
Oh, it's public.
It is. It's in a public square. However, we
Oh.
just need to stay out of sight of any guards and any important figures if we're going to be investigating its inner chambers or whatever it is that she asked. I don't want to be caught. I don't really know what will satisfy her either. The way she put it, it sounds like she doesn't...
I mean, I don't even know how to contact her again.
She said she didn't want to be. I don't really know
Then
what
what
she
does
wants.
she want from us?
It seems like she wants us to reveal whatever's inside the church, or send a message to somebody in the church.
I don't
We are
like
the-
this at all.
I'm
See, we
aware.
don't know her we don't know what her motivations are, so it might be good for us or it might be bad for us.
Well, what do you say?
I'd say we go in. What about you all?
I
least we go check
think this is
out
a horrible
something.
idea.
Marin is like falling asleep on her feet, and she's like, "Yes, I think we should, for Alex's sake, at least check it out."
Okay, but you're going to
Borbor goes, nothing is going to happen to Alex, and Jay's like, I like the stars. Jay also is like, I will protect Alex. So you all go to the church. It is now about 10 o'clock. Alex is going to sit down and do about half the work for his spell, for the spell of invisibility, as he's looking at your spell book. In the meantime, I would like you all to make me perception checks.
Oh god.
Drop both of my d20s.
Oh my god, you fucking... Let me grab the other one for you while you do that. There you go.
Yeah.
Perception, right?
Yes, perception.
Okay.
That's real bad. A 4.
I got 22.
22. Okay. At midnight, the interior of the church is mostly emptied out, and there's only a few stragglers of people around. You see faintly in the distance, for those who rolled over 20, strange cloaked individuals seem to be walking in the direction of the upper back right door of the church that you guys remember. The cloaks are clearly black, so it's very hard to tell. And only because you were paying such keen attention inside the church while staying avoidant of anyone seeing you are you able to notice this. What do you do?
Only Blank rolled higher than 20, right?
Can I show them?
I
Or
didn't
am
see
I the only one who
shit.
can see it?
You point it out. You can point it out, and then
Yeah,
everyone else
I
will
didn't
notice.
see shit either.
Yeah, everyone else
Yeah,
will
I pointed
notice
it out.
once Blaine points it out. It's sort of like one of those things where it's like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, shit.
I don't. What are you pointing at? What the hell?
Cassandra.
Wait, there's...
And Alex closes your book and hands it back to you, and closes his book and puts it away. I think that might be what she was mentioning.
Should we hide? I think we should hide.
We should
Okay,
probably... Do we want to go
you
inside the
guys
church?
Cassandra. Wait,
I-
wait. Before we do anything, Cassandra,
Cassandra?
the priestess.
Yes?
Or is that... She's probably in...
She's probably somewhere in there. Would we like to look for her?
See, I'm debating...
Wait, so where are the cloak figures?
as
The
to-
cloak figures are going to the back right. So like the inside of the, essentially like there's the front of the church and the back of the church. They are going to the back of the church, over into a doorway in the right side. There's a door they're going through.
I could try to follow them and see if I see anything from like maybe a window or something.
Someone cast him.
There's no windows inside that room though. It could lead anywhere inside the church. There are a bunch of like intersecting towers that are attached, but like it's not clear exactly how they work except from the interior.
Okay.
So you could try and just go inside the church if you want to.
Alex, get invisibility.
I have not finished studying the spell, and I wouldn't be able to prepare it for another 6 hours.
Okay, Marin, how much longer?
She's like falling asleep on her feet. I don't know. Probably like.
Marin?
Okay.
ah,
let's go.
at least 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't look like we.
I think we have two options: either don't go in or go in. Choose.
All right.
I'd say only one person.
Okay. What are we voting for then?
I'm gonna go in.
Okay, so Blank is in.
I'm
I'm
following
not
Blank.
Okay, so Evie's in.
I'm gonna. Can I send Candy Tuft?
Yes, you can send.
Okay.
Alex is gonna go with you guys.
Well, I'm gonna turn to Vorbor and I'm gonna be like,
Borbor's like, I'm going with Alex.
he's going with Alex. Okay, I guess I'm just with Jay then.
Jay is standing there being like, huh.
Um.
I also would like to go.
Can I just tell Jay?
What do you tell Jay?
Take Marin.
I will protect Marin, but also I would prefer it if we
I
all
don't
go
need
in.
anyone's protection, and I just like, shh, I'm coming too.
Okay, so now you all
Everyone check.
Y'all shouldn't have done that. I have
everyone-
disadvantage on all
everyone,
checks.
everyone roll a stealth check. I would say that
You to
Candy
go
Puff is
sleep.
gonna give you the health action, so you now just do a straight roll.
That's very generous.
No, it's also how familiars work. But yeah, go for it. This is actually how you can utilize a familiar.
Okay.
Candy Tuft is like helping stomp over where your feet are going to be heavy. Like where you are taking like heavy steps. 14, okay. That's an Alex with a 18.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
You're rolling stealth.
Stealth. Okay.
17. Okay, so no one rolled below a 10, so you're all good.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Yeah, cool. So you guys sneak inside. Are you going to the door? So there's the 4 doors. There's the 2 in the front and the 2 in the back. They are going to the right door in the back. Are you going into that door?
Can
I say
suggest
fuck
Evie
it.
goes into that door?
Okay, so
Stealthily?
you start moving in the direction of that door. Everyone else is going to follow.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
somebody else.
We all follow like 200
You-
feet behind or something like
You
that.
open the door. I'm going to change the music.
Can I cast Identify on the door by any chance?
Yeah, sure. Cast Identify if you would like.
I believe that's a...
It is a first level spell. You're going to need to roll. Give me 1 second.
Wait, no, not from my artifact.
From your artificer, understood. Okay. It's going to take you 10 minutes to do that.
Okay,
Never mind. Okay. It takes 10 minutes to cast it. Yeah, it's a ritual. So,
Okay.
with that in mind, you guys enter into the room. You see the space appears to be like this winding staircase that leads upwards. And you see that beneath the staircase appears to be a trap door with like a weight on it.
A trapdoor with a weight?
Yeah.
Like kind of like a trap kind of weight, or just something that's holding down the trapdoor?
With like a weight that appears to be over it that kind of looks like a box that was haphazardly placed there just to draw attention away from it. However, you all are more perceptive than the average person.
Okay. Is there anything else around just besides the trapdoor and the box?
There's the spiral staircase that leads upward if you want to go up there.
What is up there? Do we know?
No.
I'm going to be like, just let me.
Just hang on. Let me send Candy Tuft up there.
Okay.
So I'm
What's
gonna.
Candy Tuft's bonus to stealth? You're good.
+2.
+2. Okay. I'm gonna roll a stealth check for Candy Tuft. You're sending Candy Tuft upstairs.
I'm going to send Candy Tuft upstairs, and I'm going to be like, and I turn to Vorbor, and I'm like, this is gonna be weird. Can you hold me up?
How much?
Enough, just so that I don't fall. And-
okay. And he grabs you as you like walk into.
And I just like all my senses kind of disappear, and my eyes go like blank, and my consciousness goes to Candy Tuft.
You watch as her eyes roll back, and she's just now standing there blank, Marin. And Candy Tuft starts to get in a different animation, just to hop upstairs. Roll me a stealth check as Candy Tuft. You have a +2.
15.
Okay, you rolled above a 10. Okay. I would like you to roll me an investigation check as well as we get upstairs. I will describe it. So you enter a
Investigation or perception?
investigation.
Okie dokie. He's not good at that. He's just a rabbit.
This is looking closely. This is not looking.
Well, I got a 14, but he's a rabbit, so it's -4 to his intelligence, so it's 10.
Okay. You see essentially a room with a bunch of beds that seem to have sleeping acolytes from the church.
Can I use my extra perceptive rabbit ears to hear if I hear all of them snoring soundly asleep?
Make me a perception check.
That was a 20.
That was a 20.
Okay, nat 20.
Yes.
You can clearly hear that everyone is asleep. I will say with a nat 20 because I think it would not be fun to not give you this. You see some of the material. This black. Sorry, you see like a black material that seems to be kind of like partially falling from the edges of one of the church figure's cloths.
Does it look familiar?
It does. It probably is, just based off of your acute looking at it, looks to be similar to the material from the guards.
Busted shit! Okay, so,
You happen to see a Bible sitting next to the table. You do not know who this is.
So back down with everyone else. I can't like hear or see out of Marin's
But you
body,
can.
but she's gonna talk. She's going to whisper, probably a little too loudly on accident, but she's gonna whisper to the best of her ability. They're all asleep. Their clothes are like the fake guards, the cultists that attacked
One
Morgana. One of them has a cloak that's like the cloak of the person that attacked Morgana. Okay, so, Candy Tuft is gonna, like, hop into the room, and he's gonna try to nibble off a piece of one of the cloaks.
Okay, Candy Tuft nibbles off as he grabs one of the clothes.
What? Wait!
And you work back into your senses.
Oh my god.
What
They know.
happened?
They know we're here. They killed my rabbit.
Run?
Yeah.
You consider, and then you say, "Ah, shit!" You hear from upstairs. Shit! I stepped on the rabbit.
Oh my god.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Why is there a rabbit up here? And you look at the trapdoor. It's still there. If you want to.
No, we are not going to the trapdoor. Let's leave.
Can't.
Let's leave.
Alex is like, we can't get out of the church that fast. Get the trapdoor now, Evie.
Okay, I run to the trapdoor.
Roll me a, what is your bonus to, investigate? And, what is your dexterity modifier is a +3, right?
Yeah.
So roll me a, D20 +5.
12.
Okay. I'm gonna say you have the help action from Alex also, so roll again.
$12.
Oh
Can
my
I use a
God.
luck?
Okay.
Can I use a luck?
Yeah, go for it. Use the luck.
Is there any chance that all of us could help her?
Uh,
Open the trapdoor?
I can't give her triple advantage, but I can let her use a luck. I'll see if Alex has something he can
Oh, okay.
cap.
I think we're good.
21.
Yeah, that works. You unlock the door.
Okay, I run in.
You run down. Okay. Let's see. As you run down further, and continue your way, you you find a ladder that leads you into a lower stone chamber similar to that of a dungeon. It's nearly pitch black, if not for a distant flame that eludes from the doorway into the chamber on the other side of the dungeon. Deeper inside. If you guys continue down and close the door, and you hear footsteps above you.
Can I specify that I put the weight back on top if it's not?
Yes. You do
with
that.
the hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, most of us have dark vision, right?
Yeah, most of you have
Yeah.
dark. The only ones no, everyone here has dark vision. Dragonborn's done? Then Vorbor's like, but everyone else here has dark vision. As you guys are looking, you see the slight glow. Do you guys look at the doorway?
The
Can I
doorway
look
that we
back
didn't
at the
come
trap
through?
door?
The doorway that has the slight glow.
Yeah, I look through. How far is it from us?
It's about like maybe 50 feet away.
Is it possible to look through it from where we are, or do we have to get closer?
You'd have to get closer.
Can
Okay,
cast detect magic
I
as a
hold-
ritual?
I
What
hold
would you
every.
like to cast?
Can I cast detect magic on the doorway for?
With your artificer spell?
Yeah,
It's gonna take 10 minutes.
I think that's fine.
Okay. You start to do the work to cast that. In the meantime, what are you doing, Evie?
I gesture for everyone to stay back, and I go up to the doorway, sneaking up and try to peek through to see if I can see anything.
Roll a perception check. Candy jumped at 4 hit points. The guy stepped on him.
Oh my god. That's rough.
I know, your baby is currently now in hell being like, ah!
18.
18. Okay. Okay. Deeper inside, you see a dark 2-story library of rotten wood and old test beakers, as these cloaked figures seem to be crafting this strange arcane circle in the middle, while also putting together weird potions of sorts. The cloaked figures are almost methodical, moving in more of a dance than anything else. It's almost choreographed. They move in absolute silence, which is strange considering the difficulty of what they're doing. Additionally, there are 2 figures that appear to be conversing in the far upper left corner of the room.
Can I see any faces at all?
No, they are all covered. It is way too dark in that room for you to be able to make out anything else. Everyone else, I want to make a perception check.
Is the doorway magical?
You don't get there before you have to make this perception check. Let me know what you get, both of you. Alex will also be making this perception check.
I got a 14.
Alex is so close. What'd you get, Evie?
Oh, I have to roll again?
Yeah, roll again. This is for a separate thing. I
with
will
the
roll
Marion.
for Marin as well. Okay. She would not see. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
You said a perception, right?
Yeah, I said perception.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Marin, roll me a perception check, because I rolled for you, but just roll anyways.
1.
Man, this shit's creepy. You see...
Have a disadvantage on everything.
Yes, you do. A strange shift in the light seems to show a reflecting image in the corner, as if the light isn't actually reaching all the way as it should be, in the corner behind you.
Wait, so who's seeing this?
You.
Hog? Okay, so right behind me? So is it between me and the rest of the group?
No, it is in the far back corner, 50 feet away.
Of the room I'm looking in?
What? Yeah, in not in the room you're looking in the room you're in.
So the opposite corner of where I am?
Basically, imagine you're like in the center of the room looking for the door at the 50-foot end. In the bottom, in the like behind you, and then to the right is apparently this like weird reflection imagery. You don't know what it is.
Can I take out my dagger just in case?
Yeah, sure. As you take out your dagger.
And can I get... How far, is the thing I'm looking at from everybody else?
Okay. It's about 70 feet away. Before you do anything, however... Yeah. Alex loosely reaches his hand out and casts Fireball on the doorway.
What?
Alex, what
The
fuck?
brick shatters
Who the
apart.
fuck did that?
Alex,
Alex, you fucking moron!
as he looks over you, eyes glazed over, and you see a variety of all of the cultists now turn to you, and one of them goes, "Intruders!" And with that one,
Alex, what the fuck, you moron?
Oh my god, no.
Alex is under a fucking spell, probably suggestion.
Okay, I don't have any spell slots. And I don't have Candy Tuft? Fuck!
Wait, is the bridge destroyed that leads to us?
there's no bridge. There's no bridge.
Oh, sorry, door.
I will also say some of them are gonna have to roll some saves because they got hit with Fireball.
Okay, can I cast Fireball after that?
Yeah, we're gonna roll initiative next session. Y'all are fighting next
Oh
session.
my god, no.
Anyways, that was the end of the session. Hope that was fun.
Fuck.
I can't breathe.
That is that. Are you good, Evie?
No. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep and this just killed me.
Oh my god,
It's
no.
just combat. We'll be
It's just
fine.
combat. You'll be fine, hopefully.
How
you
many
know.
of them were there?
Bunny
I
just
didn't even-
fucking
Remember
died.
the last time we did combat?
Yeah.
The last time we did combat?
Yeah, we were totally fine. Wait, how many of them were there about?
There was. I didn't give a number.
Okay, but someone rolled high on perception. How many?
She did. She rolled an 18.
So how many are there?
I didn't give a number.
He didn't give
Okay.
a number.
I bet it's Phantasmal Force again. Fuck it.
With Alice?
I don't know, maybe.
I would say suggestion.
No, there's a lot of spells that it could be. Could be Dominate Person.
Well,
Could be Charm
I
Person.
have 2 spell slots left, I think, so...
I'm gonna say, yeah, you do.
I do only have 2 spell slots
You do only have 2 spell slots left. Yeah.
I am so
Fucking
stressed.
great.
It's okay. Alex is pretty.
We're gonna die, but it's fine.
Alex is a pretty good balancer to most combat. He
Yeah,
has-
but he's been brainwashed.
he
We're
has-
all
Well,
gonna
considering he
die.
attacked them, considering how he attacked them, it's probably safe to say.
Oh, I just closed my laptop.
Oh, nice.
GG roleplayed.
I have 4 spell slots. Fuck yeah, 4.
Don't know how.
I'm not ready for next session. I'm gonna have
I
to
hope we have the
rewatch
full
this
party
back.
again. God damn.
Next session has to
you
have
will-
a full party. I swear to God.
You will need a full party to do the next session, otherwise that's not going to be fun.
Yeah. I really hope Jay and Bulwark this time.
We'll have a great time hearing about how Alex has been having the worst time.
Of his life.
Until I get my dirty hands on him. Hell yeah.
Why?
Dangerous again.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna go pop off, guys. If you have any
What?
questions, let me know.
What?
Nighty night.
Bye.
I'm pissed.
Hey,
I'm pissed.
are you gonna go?
Give me a second. What happened, Blink?
Are you gonna go to sleep?
Everyone left. Groovy's loud as fuck. This is scary. I don't like this.
Why don't you?
What happened?
Why don't you just mute Groovy?
Because I'm weird. I'm not sure if I'll go to sleep. This session stressed me out. I just heard very sad news from my sister that one of our favorite shows, not favorite, but like one of our good liked shows have been canceled. So overall, not fun today. Well, fun, definitely. The session was definitely fun.
Yeah,
But I'm
you're now
shook.
stressed.
I'm stressed, angry, and sleep deprived.
Right.
Not a good combo.
Wait, so what show got canceled? Infinity Train?
No, if Infinity Train got canceled, I would kill myself. No, I'm not okay with this on Netflix got canceled.
What's that about?
It was about this girl that has like some problems with her life, right? And then she suddenly got powers, and then near the end, she realized that her dad might have, and then they canceled it.
God damn it. That sounds so good.
Yeah, it is really good, but like the end was a whole ass cliffhanger, and it's gone. Like it's canceled. Like there's no way. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like canceling Avatar after the second season.
No.
It was that bad. I'm shook.
Okay. Do you want to do something then to get you unstressed?
I'm not sure. I might just head to sleep. I was gonna play Fortnite, but that would have stressed me out more. There was a problem with my credit card. What did Twitch? Hold up. Did Twitch not take my money?
That's funny. I thought Twitch would always take.
Yeah, Twitch. Wait, what subscription was canceled though? Well, declined, I guess. Now I gotta figure out what subscription is annoying.
How many subscriptions do you have?
I have Kara, Brandon. I think that's it, honestly.
Well, I think that narrows it down to one of 2 people.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. Hopefully, I mean, if it's Brandon, I'm fine with it, I guess. But I kind of don't want to lose my streak, you know? I mean, with Brandon, I have, like, I think a 10-month streak. And with Kara, I have a 14-month streak-ish.
Okay.
What up?
It makes you feel any better. It's a comic. And the ending of the comic is that after she kills the dude and goes
I might go to bed too.
to that thing, like, you know, that oil tower she's in, she blows up her own head.
Yeah, I'm a.
Damn.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Good night.
You should go to sleep too.
Probably.
We're running on 4 hours. Come on, Matt. Even I have more sleep than I want.
You're not wrong, but yeah. See ya.
See ya.
With that, I'm ending the stream because there's not much I'm gonna stick around for. Whoever's lurking around, thank you for stopping by. Love you guys. Hope to see y'all again. And have a great night. Ciao.